All right, we're back, everybody. Hey, last week I was on vacation, so I wasn't here. Hold on, man. I need to adjust my camera a little bit. And there we go. Okay, so last week I was on vacation, so we didn't have a stream. I need to apologize because I don't make people aware that I'm going to be gone on vacation or anything, and I do that on purpose. Actually, guys, it's me keeping a promise to my wife. Yeah. She said, I told her when I originally brought up me doing this, that was when she says, fine. And the only thing she asked was that I didn't tell people when I was going away on vacation. So, and it's more of a security thing. You get what I'm saying? You hear about things, people follow you on Facebook, and so, but we're back, and today's live is going to be about free speech, cancel culture, and all this rhetoric going on around what happened with Charlie Kirk. Yeah? Because that has brought all this up, and we're going to talk about it today. What do you say? But before we get into that, I need to remind everyone to hit that like button and share.
Hi, I'm Vicky, Dennis's wife. Want to help creators grow without spending a dime? Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this content matters. Drop a quick comment, even an emoji works, and boom, more people see it. And if you really love what you see, follow us. Your tiny tap makes a huge impact.
That's right. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, just by hitting the like button, leaving a comment, sharing the video, you're helping us here get the message of Jesus Christ out to the masses. That's our whole goal here at the MNC, is to get the gospel out to people in the form of like Christian culture, because I think we have a culture problem here in America. Right? And another way you can help support us in this endeavor is by becoming a member. Take a look at this.
The bag of chips, I'm not sure about this.
How do I become a member?
So you want to become a member?
Oh, membership? Yet. Let me click here. Yet.
That's great. I'm happy to hear that. Well, here's how you do it. Right below here, you'll see a join button. If you'll click that, it'll pop up this little members option page where you can have the option to choose two different tiers. You can become a member of the bridegroom, where you will get access to personal emojis that I have made myself. I'm not that great of an emoji maker, but I didn't make them myself. But you also get these little badges that I also made myself that will tell people that you are a member of the MNC family. And they're even color coded so that people can tell how long you've been a member of the MNC just by the color. Also, when I see these badges in the chat, like I do here with our good friend here at the MMC, Betty Flick, I will make it at a point during the lives to respond to your comment. But if you become a member of the Here's the Bridegroom tier for $3.99, not only do you get access to all of that, but you get videos, personal videos made for members only. And here really soon we're going to be starting member only live streams just for you. So choose your tier and become a member today. Thank you. All right. Hey, guys, that is one way that you can help support us here at the MNC. And starting here really soon, we have something big coming up. And I have another promo for that. Take a look at this. Here's the bridegroom, everyone. Hey, I have some exciting news to announce. October the 6th, that's the first Monday of October, we have a website that will be launching. And what is it going to be? It's going to be shirts, hats, aprons, thermoses, coffee cups, and coming really soon, there'll be these cute little puppy dogs and teddy bears that you can get too. All with designs that we have made ourselves. Take a look. I'm wearing it today. Look, hey. And the first 2 weeks, there'll be a 25% off everything, you guys. Wow. 25% off everything. We're going crazy here. That's right. We're about to launch a website, the Midnight Cry website, where you can support us by buying merch. We're going to be having, like you saw in the promo, here goes the shirt, here goes the hat. Yeah. Hey, and then here's what we got my wife. She got one too. So, and there'll be more stuff coming up here. Like I said, there'll be teddy bears and little puppy dogs for you guys. And it's so that you can help us spread the message of Jesus Christ. We've got to change the culture, everyone, right? Sorry. We've got to work on changing the culture. And one way of doing that is by walking the walk, right? Walking the walk. Anyways, today's podcast, our live stream, whatever you want to call this, just me on the internet rambling. That's what I call it. But today we're going to be, like I said, talking about freedom of speech, cancel culture, all this rhetoric going on around Charlie Kirk and what happened to him. Also, next week, if you turn in at the same time, same channel, we're going to be talking about tongues, speaking in tongues. I'm trying to get in the habit of planning these out a little bit better so that I can let you guys know what we're going to be talking about beforehand. That way you know that way you're not, oh, what's he talking about today? We're trying to get more professionals here, you guys, and I hope it's working. Is it working? Right? Okay. So next week at this time, same channel, same bat time, same bat channel, we're going to be talking about speaking in tongues. Woo! That's another controversy topic in the church, isn't it? But today we're talking about cancel culture and freedom of speech. Let's now we're going to be taking a look at we're going to watch a bunch of little pieces of this video from Ruslan at Bless God Studios. I've recently just come across Ruslan. I'm a big fan. Link to the videos in the description. Please, I suggest you go check it out. Watch the full thing. We're only going to watch bits and pieces, mostly for time. And I don't want to get hit with a copyright. Plain and simple. But he's responding to Metatron, which I also just recently found him as well when I started researching what they found under the pyramids, what they think they found with these radars. He did a great job of digging into that, and a lot of what I learned and got was from him. So I also suggest that you go check him out. From what I understand, he's a Christian. I can't say that for 100% sure, but I do believe he is a Christian. One of the guys that I know is a Christian that I really think is a good historian like him is Trey Smith, you guys. He makes documentaries. I almost wish he'd put out more, but go check out the Trey Smith. What's the name of his channel? I can't think of the name of his channel. Watch. Probably by the time I go on, I'll remember. But Trey Smith, I'm a fan, bro. He put out 2 today. I watched 2 of them today. Trey Smith and Metatron here is another good historian. If you really want to get someone who digs in and gets the truth. And I like Ruslan here. We're also going to be later on taking a look at a video from Michael Knowles where he's responding to a clip of Destiny. If you know who these guys are. So let's get into this first one. What do you say, you guys?
Metatron video.
In the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination, we have seen a return of a very controversial topic and word: cancel culture. As a phenomenon, cancel culture is something that, in order to be explained correctly, requires a certain level of specification, as it's a multi-layered and multifaceted phenomenon. On one hand, cancel culture could be considered as a widespread withdrawal of support of a public figure or company due to something that they said or done that is considered objectionable, in a way similar to what we call boycotts. Personally, I have no problems with that idea because at the end of the day, it is your right to decide if you want to support a company or a person that hates everything you believe in, you stand for, and fight for. For gaming companies, for example, that have been laughing and giggling at Charlie Kirk's assassination. On the other hand, cancel.
Yeah, we'll stop right there. I 100% agree. I believe in freedom of speech, but I do not believe that that gives you. It doesn't mean there's no accountability. Now, I don't want to get on this left-right side with all this. Because it goes on both sides. Now, because I am a Christian, I am more on the right. I try not to label myself with left, right. I just want to stay Christian. Can I just stay Christian? Now, both sides have their own ideas as to what that is, and that's what we're in. But I don't want to get too much into that because that's going to be more about my ending. So let's watch this next part so that we can have better context. What do you say?
People's address on the internet. Don't do that. That's whack. But if you're making public statements and it gets back to your boss and they fire you, I mean, would you want to be around somebody that celebrated this? Or if you're like, I wasn't a fan of Charlie Kirk, would you want to be around someone that assassinated someone that you were a fan of?
Due to the fact that multiple aspects of cancel culture should be discussed, we will address all of them in order to be complete, thorough, and specific. As we move and browse through X in the last few days, an exercise that does require a certain level of cognitive energy, I'm not going to lie, you will run into people that are trying to get someone else cancelled. On one hand, you have people who are very happy with Charlie Kirk's demise, who are now...
Yeah, we'll stop right there. Now the next part is going to be a long clip. We're going to watch almost like a minute, a little over a minute and a half. But I just wanted to start with these 2 little parts right here in the beginning because they bring up cancel culture and then boycotting. Now that is something that is going on a lot here lately in America with the Bud Light stuff. The Target thing a while back, and it does seem like the right has really taken the reins of that. It used to be the left that used to have that reign. They were the ones boycotting and doing the cancel culture, and now it looks like that has swung over to the right, and the right has taken more of the reins on that. But let's get into this next one. And now this is going to be a long clip. Let's watch this one.
Joys of his death. I've seen plenty of people saying, we don't care, you did it to us, so now we're going to cancel you. We're going to do cancel culture on you. But here's the reality. It isn't cancel culture. It's a perfectly legitimate action to take. Let me elaborate and justify it with reason and logic. When someone posts a video online publicly, and you amplify that visibility by showing their own video to call them out, it's not cancel culture. I never went to look for private messages or private and personal information. When someone makes a video to laugh at Charlie Kirk's death and they post it,
Post it hoping to go viral, mind you. posted hoping to go viral. You posted it on TikTok. You rage baiting. You know what you're doing. You're trying to go viral.
Means they want people to see it publicly.
Right.
If it's public, it's fair game. If, due to me or you or any of us amplifying that reach, a lot of hate, tough luck. It's the nature of online interaction. After all, if they wanted only praises, they should have sent it as a PM to their little diabolical friends. If due to me or you or any of us amplifying that reach, the video gets watched by their employer, and said employer decides in their own freedom that they don't want to have anything to do with people like this in their workforce, I'd say that's a fair outcome. If anything, I'm doing the employer a favor. It is their right to choose what type of person they will have in their workspace. In some cases, due to the fact that these lunatics are in fact violent, they get dangerous, and it becomes our imperative to make it known. Let me show you an example. Here is an example of what I'm talking about. Let's check this out.
So I keep on seeing like posts about this Charlie dude, whatever, Kirk dude, whatever. Regardless, and let me just say this: I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm
Darkness.
Jeez Louise. People missed the plot, man.
surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like,
What?
stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all. And the ones that are above him. Your mayor. Your city councilman. What's it? Georgia Power, the people that keep on raising our shit. The CEO, get rid of them. Yeah. Like, what? It was so crazy. I watched like a 60-minute, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. 1 minute edit
Yes, 1 minute to 60 seconds.
of like the things he said.
So you this is what I mean. Like your entire perception of somebody is made by a 1 minute collage clip of perhaps their worst takes. You know, their most unhinged takes like that, and therefore this is justified. This is craziness, bro.
And they're like so atrocious that like his wife deserves to go too. Y'all
Oh
know, like,
my
wife and
gosh.
kids, they need to go too because they're
Oh,
carrying on
man.
that mentality and that lineage. Like,
I'm going to stop it right there.
Yeah, I'm going to stop it right there too. Look, let's take a minute, you guys. I want you to let that sink in what that lady just said right there. I want you to just let it sink in. Let it sink in. Now, see, this is the stuff that the people on the right are taking the reins to do this canceling, and I 100% agree with it. Now, on the left, they were doing it just because they didn't like the way you thought. This lady is putting it out there plainly. Now, before I go on, I do want to say that, hey, man, I'm a small little channel that its whole purpose is to promote Christian culture, right? And I haven't even been immune to this kind of stuff. Did my feed? Oh, okay. All right, you guys. I haven't even been immune to it. I've gotten weird comments like, I hope watch your neck. I hope your scarf has Kevlar in it. You know, I've been getting comments like that too. And I think, just like they said, when you put something out on social media, that's just like as if you had gone out here onto the corner of the street with a megaphone and just screamed it. You should have to suffer the same repercussions, right? Right? And it's not like the internet's forever. I mean, if I go out here on the corner with a blowhorn, it's only a certain amount of people is going to hear it. I mean, if it's crowded, it could be a lot, but people's memory. But internet, it's there, and people can go back and find it whenever they want. It's there forever. And you're putting this kind of stuff out there. Now, I just want to ask, I don't know. I'm lost from here. How do we bridge the gap with people like that? I don't know. We'll talk more about it at the end. Let's watch this next little clip. What do you say? Let's see. Is it that one?
We're going to put you in timeout.
This is what radical politics does. No self-awareness, no decency, no humanity.
You gotta love the commercials, right?
I've already offered this video to the FBI myself. So is it cancel culture? No, it is our duty. Because someone who says something like this could be the next. These people need to be called out, but do not engage in violence. Never engage in violence against them.
Right there. He is 100% correct. If somebody is out there espousing that stuff, then what makes us think that we are safe around them? I don't want to work at a place with that person. I don't want to walk down the street with my grandkids and have to worry about somebody like that who wants to end me and my grandkids and my beautiful wife just because we have wrong think. People like this, if nothing else, they need to have some type of repercussion for it. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to do it. I think that's part of our problem. We have just been letting people get away with stuff like this for way too long. Hey, everyone, let's say hi to Don. Our favorite person is in the chat right now. I guess he decided to join us. Hey, Don. Okay, now let's go on to this next part. I think I've had my feel of that. Let's watch this next one.
Respond with violence. Like, I'm hearing the complete opposite. Hearing the complete opposite.
Let the authorities look into it. Let them lose their jobs. Let them lose their friends. Let them lose connections with their family, most likely, because of what they're saying. And if there are legal repercussions, so be it. But don't try and find these people and attack them physically.
Yes.
This is not what we do. Now, this is, of course, for the direct calls for violence. They need to be reported to the correct authorities. You see, cancel culture occurs and is wrong when someone is being cancelled because they believe something. Do I agree with cancelling people who say, hey, I don't like Charlie Kirk. I didn't like him. I didn't agree with anything he said, but what happened to his family is horrible. No. It's their belief. It's fine. They're not doing anything wrong. It would be unfair cancel culture if I was trying to get them cancelled and lose their job simply because we had a different position on political or religious matters or societal matters. That's the wrong cancel culture. And that's the cancel culture that we have had to deal with for years. We haven't been cancelled because we did calls to actions for violence. I never did it in my life and never will. We have been cancelled for wrong thing. That's the type of cancel culture we do not engage in.
Right.
What we are doing is not cancel culture. Now, what about the other?
Now, there you go. That he said it beautifully. I don't even think I could add anything to it. He said that 100% correct. It is different once you start getting up onto the level where you're wishing that somebody wasn't around anymore. Let's put it like that. Then we have a problem. There's a problem. Okay, that person deserves to be canceled, lock up, whatever. But for wrong thing, no. Now that's it for this video. We're going to go on to the Michael Knowles video, where he's responding to a guy named Destiny. I don't know how many of my followers out there know who Destiny is. He is I believe he was a big Twitch follower, playing video games online. Got kicked off. I think he's on Kick. I don't know. I don't follow the guy. Have I frozen up again? Okay, my stuff keeps freezing up over here. I don't know if it's freezing up. Probably because I asked. Anyways, that's household stuff. Let's keep that household. All right. Before we go on to the next one, I want to play this promo real quick. Here's the bridegroom, everyone. Hey, I have some exciting news to announce. October the 6th, that's the first Monday of October, we have a website that will be launching. And what is it going to be? It's going to be shirts, hats, aprons, thermoses, coffee cups, and coming really soon, there'll be these cute little puppy dogs and teddy bears that you can get too. All with designs that we have made ourselves. Take a look. I'm wearing it today. Look, hey. And the first 2 weeks, there'll be a 25% off everything, you guys. Wow. 25% off everything. We're going crazy here. Yes, that's right, you guys. October 6th, the website launches, and the first 2 weeks you will get 25% off everything. Go check it out. I don't want anyone out there to miss out on the deals. But before we go into this next one, I need to let you know that I am purposely cutting out the part with Destiny and we're only going to watch the part with Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles kind of lets you know what Destiny says real quick at the beginning where we're going to start watching. But I'm not going to play Destiny's part because, man, it's just too much profanity. Too much profanity. And before we get into that, let's take a look at Ephesians 5. Hey, and I've kind of noticed during editing that it does seem like it's kind of hard for you guys to read this. So also I'm working on trying to get something better, but that's behind the scenes. Let's read. Be imitators of God, therefore, as beloved children, and walk in love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant sacrifice offering to God. But among you, as is proper among the saints, there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality or any kind of impurity or of greed, nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or crude joking, which are out of character, but rather thanksgiving. For of this you can be sure, no memorial, impure, or greedy person, that is, an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. So that is why I am cutting out the part with Destiny. And, George Washington had a famous quote. I think it was George Washington. It was one of our founding fathers who said that profanity is ignorance made audible. And I know that George Washington, when they were fighting the Revolutionary War, he would charge a tax to any of his soldiers that he hurt that were caught using profanity. So I wish we could get back to that kind of culture. Since we're trying to promote Christian culture here, can we get back to talking properly? That has nothing to do with free speech. I'm not stopping you from saying what you want to say. Hey, do it properly. There's a correct way to do something, and there's an incorrect way to doing something. And flying off at the mouth saying nonsense words doesn't help anybody, right? Okay. Anyways, I think I went off on a tangent there. We still have a lot to go through. Now, this is Michael Knowles, you guys. Let's watch what he has to say right here.
Hard to make sense of what he's saying. The first part is clear enough, though. He says conservatives need to fear for their lives when they go out to go do events.
Hey, he said a lot more than that. Like you needed to fear going outside. Yeah. And he said it several times. He said it, I think, on Piers Morgan. He did an interview after saying that. Anyways, let's continue watching Michael Knowles.
You need to make them fear for their lives. You need to make them think you're going to murder them. So, look, he obviously should be prosecuted. That is not protected speech. That's an incitement to violence. Clear as day. Stephen Bonnell should be prosecuted. He should spend a long time in prison for that. No question. But more broadly, these people should not be permitted in public. They should not be permitted in clubs. They should be fired from their workplaces if they say things like this. They should be ostracized from all of polite society. Not so that we can shrink the acceptable discourse. It's quite the opposite. What he is saying is, You need to threaten to murder conservatives so that they shut their mouths so that we don't have to deal with their open marketplace of ideas. What he is articulating is, as Chesterton calls it, the thought that stops thought. That is a thought that urgently must be stopped. Go to healing.
Okay, we'll stop right there. Now, after he put out this video, he got a lot of hate, or at least a lot of people thought he was going too extreme by saying they should be ostracized. I don't know. I kind of half agree with him. I'm sorry. Because, you know, scripture does talk about putting someone out, turning them over to Satan for the salvation of their soul, right? Okay, Batman. What is that, Don? Okay, Batman. Yeah. Oh, he's a member now. Oh, thank you, Don. I'm looking over. Hey, we love you, Don. We appreciate you here. But now we are going to read Matthew 12 really quick. Make a tree good and its fruit will be good, and make a tree bad and its fruit will be bad. For a tree is known by its fruit. The brood of vipers, how can you who are evil say anything good? I think we have a lot of that going on right now, don't we? For out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So everyone out there, in my opinion, celebrating what happened to Charlie and out here calling for more of it, that's what's in their heart. That's what's in their heart. And if that's what you're revealing that is in your heart, that you have murder in your heart, I want nothing to do with you. I'm kind of with Michael Knowles. I'm to the point to where I think discourse has almost come to an end. I mean, how do we continue? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. How do you have discourse with people like this? How do you continue to talk with people? And then they just want to keep denying everything they do, they deny and then accuse you of doing it. How do you have discourse with somebody like that? Now, I didn't finish reading this. Let's finish reading. The good man brings good things out of his good store of treasure, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil store of treasure. Out of his evil store of treasure. But I tell you that man will give, this is important, pay attention. But I tell you that man will give an account on the day of judgment for every careless word they have spoken. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. Those are the words of Jesus. So you're allowed to say what you want, but it doesn't mean that there isn't to be any consequence for it. So that's our live stream right here on cancel culture, freedom of speech. You know, when it comes to this topic of freedom of speech, there's this famous saying, quote, whatever you want to call it. It comes from I think it was a prince over in Britain or France or something, and he was having problems with a priest. And so he gave this famous speech where in the speech, the prince said, "Oh, won't someone rid me of this priest?" He didn't directly call for the priest to be taken out, but people hearing him and wanting to make him happy went and did it. And so it's a famous case, and that's where we get that's where a lot of people like to draw the line. Hey, once you start calling for violence, and what we're seeing a lot is like this two-tier like violent, calling for it. It won't just come from one person. One person will say one thing and then another person will say, and the two separate by themselves isn't calling for violence, but you put them together, it is. Or here lately, they've been doing the, hey, delete yourself and then covering it up was from the page or from X or something. I saw where I think it was Governor Abbott from Texas. Hey, my home state. Was actually did an interview where he was talking about how the school teachers were doing it that way. And so he was calling them out and saying, hey, we're not going to let that fly either. Okay. So we have a lot of this going on, and I'm here with guys. I don't think they should get away with it. We need now as to what form this is, I don't know, but our government needs to step in and do something about it. That's just my feelings about it. If you got a better idea, put it in the chat. Let us know. I'd like to know. I just don't know how you have a civil discourse or even live next door to people like this. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. But before we end, where I want to take a look into where do we go from here? Really quick before we leave, I just want to take a quick look at where do we go from here, because I'm also seeing online where there's a lot of talk about civil war, national divorce, and all that stuff. But in that thought, what I want to do is there were actually 2 videos I did just over a year ago. This was what was it? August 27th of last year of 24. So last year, so before all this craziness, I had 2 dreams. And I'm going to play the videos where I post them because I'm a guy, I don't ever dream, guys. Oh, well, they say you always dream, but I'm one, I don't ever remember my dreams. I don't. And so when I have a dream or I remember my dream, I take note of it. And not only did I take note of these 2 dreams, but they were like on my heart heavy afterwards. And so I made videos about it and posted them, and I didn't know what to make of them. And they didn't get much traction at the time. And I'm only bringing them up because I kind of think it kind of goes with what's going on now. Let's take a look at this first one. Hey, everyone. You know, this isn't my typical type of video that I do, but if you know me, I'm kind of the person, I don't really have dreams. I know everyone always dreams. You know what I mean. But I've had 2 here lately that I just can't seem to get out of my mind. I'm going to share one of them with you, and then I'll share the other one in another video. But this one, I'm sitting in a lecture hall. It's almost like a double lecture hall, you know, like from a college campus. And I'm on one side, and there's these 2 famous singers. I'm not going to mention them because I think it'll distract from the point of the video. One is on one side teaching, and the other is in front of my side where I'm at teaching. Now, these 2 up front teaching are really huge. And in the seats in front of them are little different size mini thems. You know, like over here, there's this one singer, and there's in front of her a bunch of mini hers, all different sizes. And on the side that I'm on, there's the singer up there and a bunch of little mini different sizes of her. As the dream goes on, people on both sides, they start arguing with each other. They start debating amongst each other against, you know, our side against their side, them against themselves. And before long, there's some of the little mini ones running up, attacking the big, huge one. And there's some bigger ones going up, and then they're attacking each other. And it just becomes all chaos. And I'm sitting here watching this. And finally, I guess I have enough. So I get up and I walk to the back of the lecture hall over into the middle of both of them. And I just holler, enough. Come out of her, my people. I don't know. My best interpretation of this dream is that The reason why they're famous singers is because it's like the world today, especially social media. All these different voices competing because singers are known for their voice. And so you have these big stars and all these different level of stars, people known for things they say, the way they're able to debate. You get what I'm saying. And they're all debating and fighting with each other and trying to be the one who's heard most. Now, as far as the end, where I walk up and say the enough, come out of her, my people, and everyone stops fighting and just looks at me, I don't know what to make of that. Maybe you can leave it in the comments, give me an idea. I'll share the other video. Now, you know, like I said, this was just over a year ago, and I also kind of find it kind of funny that it kind of fits with what's going on right now, doesn't it? And it was right around this time last year. So it was like I was giving it a year before it happened. Now let's watch this second one, because this one I kind of think is what's going on now. And in my second dream, I think it's probably what's coming. One, just as I promised, I'm going to share with you my second dream that I had. And like I said in the other video, this isn't my typical kind of content. These are just dreams that I can't seem to get out of my head. Now in this one, me and my wife's following me, and we're running through these different types of store window displays. You know what I mean. And the first one is a summer display. Next one is back to school. Then we go through a Halloween one, then a Thanksgiving, then a Christmas. And I think these represent, you know, August, September, October, November. Now, here's the thing, though. In the first one, nothing's wrong with the display. But as we progress through them, they're steadily getting more unorganized, disheveled, and until we reach December, and it just looks like a war zone. I remember thinking in my head in the dream, wow, this looks like a war zone. Then I wake up. I kind of have my idea as to what this means, but I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment. Here's the bridegroom. On out to meet him. Yeah, now, like I said, this was a year ago, right around this time, and I'm a little concerned. Oh, this is automatically playing. Let's turn you off. You gotta love it when it just autoplays. But I find it funny that it was around this time last year that I had those dreams, and I'm sorry, I'm a little concerned that it's coming to pass. I hope not. I pray not. But with everything that's going on and the way both sides are acting, I just don't see how you make. God can do it. I'm not saying God can't do it, but I just don't see how. I just don't see how. And, you know, Ecclesiastes does talk about, you know, a time for peace, a time for war, a time for this, a time for that. I'm a little worried about what time we're in. What time it's for. Okay, all right. I'll end right here real quick before we end, though. I do want to play the little promo for our new website launching again one more time. Let's take a look. Here's the bridegroom, everyone. Hey, I have some exciting news to announce. October the 6th, that's the first Monday of October, we have a website that will be launching. And what is it going to be? It's going to be shirts, hats, aprons, thermoses, coffee cups, and coming really soon, there'll be these cute little puppy dogs and teddy bears that you can get too. All with designs that we have made ourselves. Take a look. I'm wearing it today. Look, hey. And the first 2 weeks, there'll be a 25% off everything, you guys. Wow. 25% off everything. We're going crazy here. All right. Be looking for that coming and launching on October 6th. Also, since I'm back from vacation now, I have also started working on my next members only video. So you guys, since Don just became a member, he's going to be getting a new members only video here. And the topic of that one's going to be Calvinism and John Calvin. We're going to be taking a look at that. But next week, don't forget to tune in because we're going to be talking about speaking in tongues, you guys. So tune in next week if you want to hear that. Also, don't forget to like, share, and remember, as always, we love you, and here's the bridegroom. Come on out to meet him.